Here's something nobody warns you about when you decide to change. And it's not the hard work, it's not the uncertainty, and it's not even the fear. It's the people that knew the old version of you. The ones that are still introducing you as the woman who did that job many, many years ago. The ones who ask if you're still doing that thing. The ones that look at you sideways when you show up a little differently. Who, even with the best of the intentions, keep handing you the old script back. Like, if that's still you, right? If you're new here, hello and welcome. My name is Dr. Maria Martinez, and this is the Inner Authority Project. Here, we do the deep work of becoming who we really meant to be, especially when we move into the other side of what everybody else expected us to be. Let's start with why this friction happens in the first place. Because once you understand it, it stops feeling like a personal attack and it starts making more sense. So hang in there with me. The people in your life have a mental model of you. It was built over years, maybe even decades. And their model of you works for them. Yes, it helps them know what to expect and how to relate to you, where you fit. And when you start to change, you're just not changing for yourself. Remember, you're disrupting the model that other people have about you. Truly and really, that's how our human brains work. We all do it. We come up with these mental models about other people. But here's what it means for you and me as we go through transformation. The friction that you're feeling is evidence that you're changing. It doesn't mean that you're wrong. It's evidence that you're moving. Okay, there's friction, there are mental models. So what do we do with that? First friction point, the people who keep handing you the old script. Important, right? You know this one. You show up to a family event or to a dinner and someone says, "Oh, you're still working on that project, right?" Or a friend forwards you a job listing for something that you left long time ago. Or a colleague introduces you and said, "Hey, here's Maria." But they introduce you by a title that you no longer have and you haven't held in a while. They're really not trying to hold you back. They just haven't updated their file on you. That's how I love to see all of this. They haven't updated their file on you. And the bottom line here is that you can force them to update it. But what you can do is to stop picking up that script when they hand it to you. You don't have to correct everybody. You don't have to defend your choices. You don't have to even explain your whole arc of decisions and evolution at that dinner table or family event that you're attending. But you know what you have to do? Is to stop performing the old version of you. Quietly, consistently, my friend, no drama. The woman that you're becoming doesn't need the old script validated. She just needs to stop reading from it. Friction point number 2. The ones who feel threatened by your change. This one is a little bit more subtle and it stings a little bit more because these are not strangers. These are the people that are close to you, the ones in the inner circle. And sometimes when you start claiming more voice, more space, more clarity about who you are, someone in your circle gets uncomfortable Not because they want you to fail, not at all, but because your becoming is quietly asking them a question that they might not ready to answer, either about themselves or about you. You may have heard this before, right? You've changed. And not said as a compliment either. Said as an accusation. But here's what I love for you to hear today, my friend. You've changed. Period. That's the whole point. The discomfort someone else feels about your growth and about the way that you are evolving is real. It's real. But guess what? It's not yours for you to fix. You can love somebody and decline to shrink yourself to make them feel more comfortable around you. Those two things can be true at the same time. You can love them and you don't have to shrink to meet their expectations about you. Friction point number 3, the part that you do to yourself. This is the one that I see the most often and the one that we're least likely to talk about. Because sometimes the person handing the old script is you. You get a flash of your new self. You feel the pull of something new and different, and then almost immediately a voice shows up. Who do you think you are? You've never done this before. Or the one that I heard the loudest. What are people going to think about you, Maria? That voice sounds like doubt. But what it's really doing is trying to protect the social contract that you've had with people around you for years. It's saying, if you change too much, you might lose them. And look, let's be honest, that fear is not irrational. Some relationships do shift when you do. Some relationships will not survive your reinvention, your transformation. But here's what I know. After working with many women and going through this transformation myself, performance isn't a relationship. It's an obligation. So here's your micro action before you close this video. Think of one relationship where you have been performing the old you, the old version of yourself. No blaming, not assigning fault, just notice. Were you still reading from that old script that you have outgrown? You don't have to change everything right now. You don't have to blow everything up. But what I do want you to do is to notice, because awareness is always the first move. If you know me, you know I always say that we can change what we don't acknowledge. So we must engage in this process of paying attention to those relationships where we're actually going back to that old script. If this landed for you, this is something else that you can do right now. I'd like you to go ahead to the comment section and click on the Jumpstart guide, because that is specifically designed to help you start hearing your own voice again. And when everyone around you are still expecting the old version of you, you can confidently and eloquently step up with the old self right in the rear view mirror, but looking towards this new version and this new phase of your life. The link is on the description below, and I cannot wait to hear from you. Until next time, see you on the next video.